darling, darling, please don't neglect a heart in need some attention. Won't you give him what he needs? 'Cause there are souls, flesh and blood, there is heaven up above. So take a look, you will see yourself a stand there with me. Take my hand, darling one, and lead you through the setting sun all the way to heaven. Lay you down in fields of satin. The true love of my heart will lead the way through the dark. We'll shine the light so I can see where my true love waits for me. Your mama, tell your boy there is sorrow and there is joy in this world we live in. Don't you worry there, my son, 'cause there are birds and there are bees, there are flowers and there are trees, and there is love in me and you, and there is hope in there too. Take my hand, darling son, and I'll lead you through this world gone wrong all the way to heaven, where you can lay in fields of satin with the true love of my heart. We'll lead the way to the golden park. We'll sit in peace under a tree, the way this world was meant to be. With the true love of my heart, we'll lead the way to the golden park. We'll sit in peace under a tree, the way this world was meant to be. Snow is burning, I say go, go, go. Whisper the wind, whisper the snow is burning, I say go, go, go. Say go, go, go. Say go, go, go. Say go, go, go. Through the cold rain and snow, turn the corn to gold. Take me to the river, Lord, and save my soul.
Oh, Spaghetti Fest Radio Season 7, Episode 5. This is Mickey, your host, and it is Monday the 15th, and we are in June already. What the heck happened? Well, luckily I'm here to guide you through all these every other week experiences and bring you music. And you were listening to Big Leg Emma from Spaghetti Fest 13. And we're actually on a block of them for a little bit tonight. You know, we got the usual things. We got some funny stories. We got some stuff to inspire you, let you know what's going on in the world. We've got music. That's very important. And we've got the fill in the blank game. So we have so much fun on episode 5 here. Maybe we'll get some callers. We never know. There's always surprises on the show, but right now a little more Big Leg Emma. They're coming out of New York. That's right, upstate New York. A couple stories about this band. Let's listen a little more to their set.
I know you somewhere far off a maze. Broken trail, well, are you lost? Are you lonesome? Did you sink your ship before you sailed? Dreams are lost, falls. Every day is a yours, nowhere to be found. on my side. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da,
All right, that was Big Leg Emma from Spaghetti Fest 13. A little bit of a story is they were the last band to play, but a pretty good band. Like I said, coming out of upstate New York. And the last band to play on the main stage at Spaghetti Fest 13. And now where that main stage is the host of the Sportsplex that was built in Harrisonburg. So we can feel wonderful at contributing to their funds to build the Sportsplex back there where music used to get played. But, you know, the story about Big Leg Emma, which I thought was really cool, was that the band finds one large rock from everywhere they play, and they add it to the band fire pit. So that is a neat little concept. If you find big rocks and you build a fire pit and you spend a little time strumming some guitars and writing songs with your friends and marking down where that one came from. So guess what? Shh. Don't tell them, but they took a rock from there. Yeah, that's right. They took a rock. Is that illegal to take a rock from Virginia and take it all the way up there to New York for a fire pit? Who knows? But they got rock from Virginia. So that was Big Leg Emma. And unfortunately, at that point of the fest, everything was closed down when you're at the end of a festival. So they definitely had to also have food ordered from them instead of eating at any of our food vendors. So this is one of those things where great thing for being a main stage band, and they're a pretty good group if you've seen extensively what they did, but it was at the end of the fest. Beautiful weekend though, so good times. But we have some more music for you, and I'm busting out some chunks of some people's sets for tonight, and here we go with Pants for Bears is going to be up next. Pants for Bears from Spaghetti Fest 8. And we know Lee's been rocking out the wine still, and we wish the best for the vineyard. As we know, the earlier part of spring was kind of crazy with the frost. So hopefully we'll be able to get some Pants for Bears up in this party. And maybe they'll reunite sometime when we do some more stuff. But here we are with, the crunchy jams of Pants for Bears. Yeah, a band with a theremin's going to go crazy. So that is actually, I'd said they had played Spaghetti Fest 8 and Spaghetti Fest 7 and 6. But that was actually a recording for their demo. So sorry for calling that Spaghetti Fest 8. I do have those recordings as well, but that was definitely from their demo CD that they turned in or submitted to be a part of the Spaghetti Fest family, which was really awesome. I thought that was really cool. Something, if you guys have been kind of getting stuck in a hole watching YouTube or just watching videos and just stuff like that and movies, I do have one to recommend. In the whole little past bit of, I guess, few years, someone was working on a little something, and it was looks like there was this Shin and Hoon documentary that was made. And if any of you guys were big Blind Melon fans, then you can see there's a movie called All I Can Say that was made, and it says Shin and Hoon, lead singer of the rock band Blind Melon, filmed himself from 1990 to 1995 with a video camera, recording up until a few hours before his sudden death at the age of 28. His camera was a diary and his closest confidant, and in the hundreds of hours of footage, Hoon meticulously documented his life, his family, his creative processes, his television, his band's rise to fame, and his struggle with addiction. He filmed his daughter's birth and archived politics and culture of the 90s. And really, I do recommend that you guys need to check it out. I watched it. I paid the money. It was $14 to rent it for 3 days. But man, for anybody who's into the band Blind Melon or just want to see what it's like into the mind of somebody who's just genuinely, a pretty good person with their own little demons. And, the message is try to survive every way you can, everybody. Live every minute and love it. He actually really loved his life, and he really it was evident just that unfortunate things happen. So I would go watch that one, not take this on a serious note, because I really want to try to spread joy tonight. Things can be too serious sometimes. But go check out the Shin and Hoon movie, All I Can Say, if you get a chance. I think that would be really nice. We have the fill in the blanks that will be coming up pretty soon, but obviously I want to share a lot of music tonight. That's why I've been going down this whole little road of, playing blocks of people. Now, that was a good chunk of time from Pants for Bears. I think what I'll do is I'll come back to them in a little bit when we play a little from the other set. Well, we could do a little short one, and then we'll just segue into something like it. So we'll give you a little more of the Pants for Bears experience right from their first demo that they submitted. Keep in mind, they played 3 years at Spaghetti Fest and worked their way from the second stage at Natural Chimneys to the main stage, to the second stage in Stewart's Draft, and then the main stage for Spaghetti Fest 8, and rocked it. So here we go, a little more from their first demo. Pants for Bears, jamming it out. So we know there's plenty of that on that album. We'll share a little bit. And we're trying to dive into some of these demos from bands and albums that they submitted to expand the library a little bit, but also show you how we might have made our decision on how these groups played or where we met them. So some of these have a lot of good stories to them, and some of them just sound really good, and we didn't want to hold back from sharing them. So through season 7, we will continue. And we may drop a little hint of new music here and there, like per se this track right here, which you guys have heard over time, but with no introduction. Here it is. Get ready.
Hey, what's to say? I think you've said it all. Stay out the way if you can't help at all.
I got the weight of the world, it's holding me down. The music is beautiful, it keep pulling me out. The holes in the traps keep my focus intact. Head is steam to the dream, I got no time to relax. Get your head out your ass, get your foot out your mouth. You either build or destroy, get a purpose in life. Trying to see even get started, he who hustle the hardest. Keep the food on the table because you're blessed with the harvest, and that's
Traction, new shoes on the road. Take action, getting people in the know. A reaction, don't sit back and live a lie. Traction, it's up to you and Hey, what's to say? I think you've said it all. Stay out the way if you can't help at all. I've got something to prove, no time for prayers and thoughts, what's that gonna do? People holding up signs, or people waiting in lines. They were told nothing's wrong, that the water is fine. No one's telling the truth, it's what they want you to see. Pick your favorite source of the news to read. Broken visions, lost ambition, they made it their mission. Took the bribes on the side and peddled religion. Traction, new shoes on the road. Take action, getting people in the know. A reaction, don't sit back and live a lie. Traction, it's up to you and I. Getting people in the know. action. Don't sit back and live a lie. Traction. It's up to you and I. This under my skin. I don't speak of such things, but you don't want no one to know this, that you were with me before there was him, before love was broken, no hurtful words were spoken. I dreamed of you almost every night, but now that time sets in and people shed their skin, I still believe that you are only mine all the time. In another world, you would be my girl. It's like a crime for me to say. In another universe, your kiss was my first, and all your love was meant for me. Once we had a moment with no one else, all to ourselves, but I found a way to blow it. I pushed you away and somehow I fell, because you never win. Second chance to do it again. Take it to that place one more time. One thing I know for sure, a little pain, but there's a cure. Run away with me instead of running my mind. In another world, you'll be my girl. Forgetting you is harder than it seems. In another universe, all love lost its curse, and everything is like I am a dream.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, it is 10:02, and for once, we're going to be right on track tonight as we actually share the fill in the blanks for June 15th. Now, I hope you all are having a wonderful Monday so far. I am still keeping my tradition of drinking beers hecho en Mexico. And just so you know, we actually already have plans for if this coronavirus disappears which everyone says disappears. But if somehow this takes control, we do have quotes for SPAGHETTIFEST South 2021. I know it's premature thinking, but we do have quotes up just in case we can jump and hit the resort life. You do know probably the end of buffets, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I really need to get my chilaquiles on. So we'll see what happens, but we do have plans in the works already for some form of recreation of 2021. Now, that being said, let us go to the fill in the blanks of 6:15 so you guys can know what you've got to submit. Now, to get your answers in, remember, you can go to spaghettifest.com to the radio page, and just under the radio tab, if you scroll down, there is an area for you to give us your answers. You can respond on the YouTube page if you want. You could write us on Facebook, connect with us on Instagram. Any of the ways you can get a hold of us, we will take your answers. That's right, because the fill in the blanks, number one. Remember, if you get a blank or a question or a blank in a word and a word in a blank, just whatever. They've evolved now. Now I just want you to name shit. So obviously we've had to come up with everything we can week to week to keep you entertained. So it is how you got there. Number one, name the top 3 vehicles of all time in movie, TV history. Famous plane, car, ship, vessel, or any sort from all genres and movie eras. Example, Batmobile. You can specify a version. So as you can tell, there could be all sorts of stuff. I don't want to give too many examples because I want people to give us their answers, or we could just start listing all the kind of vehicles that are out there. Pretty hip things out there you might not even have thought that you should include. So think hard, fans. Numero dos. True fill in the blank in the fill in the blank game. Those are really hard to find, aren't they? For those who have been around for a while, you know, you went from filling in blanks to now just, like I said, naming shit. But this time, here we go. Blank is just another blank. How often do I hear people just compare two things? It's just another one of it. So that's what I want to hear. Blank is just another blank. And one of my favorite, I'm not like a connoisseur of Simpsons episodes, but here we go. Number 3, the great auto quote, Stoner's Pot Palace is the name of the category. Misleading business, artist / performer names or entity names that are, in the great words of Otto, blatant false advertisement, man. Because he pulled up the Stoner's Pot Palace, and it literally was ceramic stone pots and things like that. Yes. So watch the episode. I don't wrote it for you, but Otto's my man. What a bus driver. Number 4, combine 2 celebrities to make something extraordinary. My example, so I could just let you guys know, you have to have an example to understand, is if I took Eddie Vedder and Roger Federer and put them together, it would be the greatest thing on grass. Get it? Because you'd have Eddie Vedder and, grass. Get it? All right. So we got past all the little silly jokes. But hey, I got more where those came from. And number 5, I know you guys will combine people. It'll be wonderful. Since drinking Clorox works, quote unquote, for Corona, snorting Ajax is a rush, a la Cheech and Chong, and Windex cures everything, my big fat Greek wedding, maybe it's time we make up our own list of cleaning products and what they would cure. Name a disease and a product you want to promote as its cure. This is all in good humor. Please do not try any of these at home. Please. It is just a joke. All right. I'm just going to say once again, don't do that at home, even when you think that the joke is so funny that you should do it at home. Don't do it. All right? Number 6, name an activity you wish could get you in shape fast. Imagine if someone asked, how'd you do it? And you answer, I watched Cops 3 times a week. Some of you might know what that reference is from. A little bit of a Step Brothers. All right. And number 7, turn off music. It should be turn off music. We all know music and certain songs can get you in the mood or elevate your love life. Name songs that are not a good idea on any sexual playlist. All right, as you know, submit your fill in the blank answers live during the show here on the page, Midnight Spaghetti's SPAGHETTIFEST.com page. And you just go to the radio tab. And there it is. If not, send us your answers at funk@midnightspaghetti.com or Instagram, Facebook, or however you want to do it. We believe in you. But one thing I do believe in is more music. And I hope you guys are ready for a nice chunk of the Blue Ribbon Healers set from Spaghetti Fest. I've been playing them a couple times this season, but not yet have I just ripped out the set. So here we go. Enjoy the mandolin vibes.
J'ai essayé de vivre prétendant tous les temps, mais mon cœur essaie à dire quel espoir.
Quel espoir!
J'ai essayé de vivre pour essayer pas pleurer, mais mon cœur à dire quel espoir.
Quel espoir!
Les rêves j'ai réveillés sur le toit. Dis-moi, papa, donne m'embrasser. J'ai besoin de toi plus que jamais avant, mais t'as fermé la porte du ciel, quel espoir.
Quel espoir! Woo!
All right.
Sounds good from here.
Sounds great, yeah. Cool. Well, what time is it?
2 o'clock?
Perfect.
Yep. Hey, all you guys out there, feel free to come check us out. We drove 7 hours to play. We're going to be playing all day, but we drove from Asheville last night. Asheville? Yeah. No. Yeah, we left Hot Springs at 1 o'clock and drove right through the night.
All right. Here's a little traveling song about a hitchhiker we picked up on the way to St. Louis, Missouri one time.
Never shy away from picking up a hitchhiker, ladies and gentlemen. The chances of winding up in a duffel bag are pretty slim. And if they, how do you say, violate the hitchhiker's code, which is usually just talking your ear off, you can always stop and put them out. Rule 1 of being a good hitchhiker: don't talk your driver's ear off. They're just giving you a ride.
1, 2, 3, 4. I went on a walk to the corner the store, saw a gal sitting there. And next to the door, she said, "Sister, could you spare a dime? I got no one in the world to treat me kind. I never know just what to believe. I try not to wear my heart on my sleeve, but the look in her eyes was weary and lost. So I said, I'll take my chances and I'll pay the cost. I said, I'll buy you a drink if you come with me. I could use a little company. Do do do, do do do." She'd been riding them rails just a little too long. There in St. Louis, the plan went wrong. She'd had to run, no turning back. While the rest of her friends are rolling down the track. She couldn't return to her old hometown, 'cause she had fled in her wedding gown. On the day those bells were set to ring in their bliss, the whole town congregated to watch their kiss. She loved the preacher's son, but her spirit was free. Traveling the world was where she longed to be. Do do do, do do do. And drank in that old river town. I wasn't ready to part with a new friend I'd found, but the big red sun was sinking low, so I said on a whim before I had to go, "Tonight my band is going to play a show down the street at the Venice Cafe. If you can keep a beat on that tambourine, I'd love to introduce you to a friendly scene." A bright grin broke out across her face. She said my train hopping buddies told me about that place, that every inch of the wall is covered in art. Sound like a good place where I could make a fresh start. I said, "I got your drinks, just come with me. Band to be glad to have your company." Do do do, do do do.
Good job.
Yeah, Blue Ribbon Healers from Spaghetti Fest 13. So talented. Love that group. We'll play a little more here in a moment. I like to share a little crazy news, but check this out. A Florida man said he ended up in a fist fight with a 13-foot alligator when the reptile attacked his dog and pulled the canine into the water. Why do I feel like this is some Billy Madison shit? Now, is it Billy Madison? No. Did I say that wrong? I got the wrong one, don't I? It's either way. Trent Tweddle. Well, Tweddale is what they say his name. We'll see. Maybe this is a fake story now. Said he and his 6-year-old dog Loki were walking. His little dog's name cooler than him. Were walking Monday on his Wesley Chapel farm when a 13-foot alligator reached out of the water and grabbed the dog. And he, quote, "I grabbed the dog's collar to try to pull him back, and I ended up in a tug-of-war match with this gator, and the gator was not letting go. So I let go of the collar, and I got about knee-deep in the water and started pounding on the gator's head until he eventually let go." He said that he ended up with only minor scratches, but Loki's front leg was nearly severed and required emergency surgery. "Well, I pulled him back up, the bones were out, and it looks like the arm was just hanging by a shred. They put metal plates and screws in and were able to reconstruct it that way. We're hoping that he can regain full use of his paws after this." I'm pretty sure that that dog is traumatized. Because there was literally actually a tug-of-war with his leg. But, you know, pet owners will do anything for our pets, won't we? What would you do, you know, with a 13-foot croc? I mean, yeah, you grab for your dog, but that is quite instinct to just decide you're going to start punching it. And I wonder, how many punches does a croc take before it finally decides, you know, I've gotten enough of this dog's leg already. And so that wasn't a croc either. I just said a croc. It was an alligator. We've seen the big ones, the crocs in Costa Rica under that bridge. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. Every time I look down under that bridge, I just feel like it's like you sense yourself, your stomach is dropping all the way down there before you even die and fall off of it. So, yeah, sketchy animals. I guess the moral of the story is when you're walking your pets by any waterways that have any kind of beast in them, take it a couple feet back. I don't know. Maybe he was being, but we are hearing a lot of these Florida stories. So that's a little bit of some, I don't want to call it funny, but at least he saved the dog. But he definitely punched a gator. So there it is. Other things in the news we'll get to. I got some more funny stuff. But we have a fill in the blanks. Please get me your answers in. And we are getting some answers from people, which means we can have a little more blue ribbon healers, and then I'll start getting into some more obscure stuff. But you know what? That was actually some really good stuff. We even heard some French. It's always good. All right. Blue ribbon healers from Spaghetti Fest 13.
I like to take it slow. It's set in the shade of an old magnolia. Sad as soft and gentle breeze, where my feather heart is what I eat. When it's summertime in Louisiana, I'm staying cold under the creek beside. Well, I ain't no drug dog for real. Man, I don't want to be whipped by devil's tail. Not when the blackberries and the muscadines, honeysuckles are wild on the vine. But I tell you boys that there ain't no pain when the hole in your bucket's spilling Louisiana rain. Aye. Get it, girl. Early moon will rise again and raise a veil on heaven's dead. By a big crowd in the Green Coast teens, scores of the crickets like a drum line on the swing. I'm on a hitch my hammock between two pines, hold my mule and lose in the summertime. I like to take it slow. It's set in the shade of an old magnolia. Sad as soft and gentle breeze, where my feather heart is what I eat. When it's summertime in Louisiana, and cool in the creek beside. When it's summertime in Louisiana, Thanks so much. Thanks to our buddy Nate inviting us to Spaghetti Fest 13, right? Thanks for our new buddy.
Yeah, that was Nate Breezy, who comes on the Spaghetti Fest South trips. Shout out Nate, my man. You listen to Michael
Nothing
Gopicki.
like a bird in play to tickle my beard today. Work this way to accentuate my lips. Oh dear, it's my very first kiss to call upon the sermon today. Yes, to call upon these words to say. Lord, take care of myself, do-do-do, take care of myself. Lord, take care of myself, do-do-do, take care of myself. 'Cause when I find my way to heaven, I will walk it down to earth. I will tie my shoes to heaven, heaven. I will walk it down to earth. I'll walk it down now, do-do-do. Take care of myself. Walk it down now, do-do-do. I'll take care of myself. I'll walk it down now, do-do-do. I'll take care of myself. I'll take care of myself. I'll take care of myself. And all will rise to be in the air. Oh dear, look at the birds in play, play. It's twice we've tangled our strings today. Well, dunk your toys into the sky, sugar. Into the sun our kites will fly. Oh dear, look at the birds in play, play. Yes, to call upon the sermon today. Lord, take care of myself. Take care of myself. Lord, take care of myself. Take care of myself. it down now, do. I'll take care of myself. I'll take care of myself. I'll take care of myself.
That was Michael Glubicki off the Uprooted CD that he produced right after Rusty Rooted got on a little slight hiatus right there in the what we would call the early 2000s, because Spaghetti Fest 2 was when I got that CD from him. And my son Keenan was only one, and we brought him up on stage. It was adorable. It was a good time. Met Michael Glubicki, and here we are many years later. We've gone to Costa Rica with the guy, had a good times, or many good times with him at Spaghetti Fest. But I would have to say that that recording is one of my favorites for sure. I would listen to that CD over and over and just marvel about, yes, I said CD, but I would marvel about his ability to perform those songs in one take with such energy. Nothing like those songs. In fact, I jokingly, don't like to share too many sentimental moments with people, but the first concert I ever danced at, was when I moved back from Mexico City. When I say dance, I got up off my butt and couldn't stop boogieing. And it was Rusted Root opening for Santana at Merriweather Post Pavilion. And I have no clue what took over me when Rusted Root started playing. But that was the first time that I danced like a hippie on the lawn. Dancing on my lawn. Yep, that's right. And then from there on, many great shows. Had some guys come clean the vents today at the house, typical kind of homeowner kind of stuff where you'd be like, all right, come clean my vents and I'll give you a lot of money. Well, they came and they saw the fish posters on the wall. Next thing you know, they started talking about some good fish shows and different bands, Derek trucks and everything. Ends up, you never know with, social distancing. Sometimes you got to have some work done on the house. And then before you know it, you have somebody cool wearing a mask, just like you, trying to protect others, doing the right thing, understanding what the world's all about, coming to make it a cleaner place. And they're talking about fish shows. It was great. I love it when people come to the house for different stuff and you got something in common. In fact, what we find is we have a lot in common with lots of people. So be good to others out there. And, you never know when your cable guy or the roofer, definitely your roofer is cool. I know that by fact. But anybody else doing anything cool, your cleaners, chimney sweep, whatever, definitely your chimney sweep's hip. All right? And so we have fill in the blanks that I'm compiling your answers from. But I'm going to play a band that I really like. And I would say that per season, I make sure to sneak in some of their tunes because they're one of the tightest bands, I'd have to say, to ever play Spaghetti Fest history. So I'm going to play, I've played all their songs at some point. I'm going to play Trees on Fire from Spaghetti Fest 6. That's right, Trees on Fire. Such a tight band. What a group. Charlottesville represent. Here they are.
Out on a ledge we stand. waiting long, a long time, and spent every dime, a long time. Yeah, we still say, oh, just because, just because. There's nothing we can't do all along the way. But as we walk into this lonely house, only dreams remain. We're thinking of just because, just because. Just
All right, this is the song that's getting played in the radio.
Yeah. Trees on Fire. I play them just because. All right. And you know what that puts us at? It puts it as time for the Fill in the Blanks game. We are on time tonight. Wow. Well, the past few weeks I've been going quite a few hours and stuff's happening. So for tonight, we get right at it. So, Fill in the Blank game. We got number one. Let's do this. I don't want to sound a little too excited, right? Okay, fill in the blanks. Thank you for everybody who submitted. We've got your answers, I hope. Otherwise, thank you for submitting. Even if they're lost in the ether, we appreciate your answers. We will read everything we can. It's how you got there. Name the top 3 vehicles of all time in movie, TV history. Famous plane, car, ship, vessel of any sort. All right, let's see what our friends have here. We've got Optimus Prime. Yeah, Optimus Prime. That is definitely a vehicle of sort from a movie. Can you ride Optimus Prime? Is it part of you could be in him and be him? That's just kind of gross. All right, we'll figure that one out. Please let me know. All right, Kit. Kit from Knight Rider, definitely. A lot of people sent us that one. So if you wrote Kit, then I'm looking at all of you who wrote Kit, because a lot of people have wanted a sports car that kind of has conversations with them. I think that says a lot about all of us. For me, it's the light. The light that moves across the front from left to right and back, playing almost Pong with itself. To me, it makes it more real. It's like kind of what a friend is doing when they're thinking or processing what the hell their other friend has to say. Might as well just play Pong inside your brain, just waiting. So I do like the Kid answer. The Batmobile, a lot of people like the Batmobile for sure. The Hindenburg, someone wrote. General Lee, Christine, DeLorean from Back to the Future. Oh, Christine. Isn't Christine the freaking cursed car? That's baller. Wow. Oh, you went there. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just making that up. But General Lee definitely is a good car. But I think, is it Christine that cursed one? I don't know anymore. Do you believe in those things? All right. The DeLorean from Back to the Future has come up nonstop. How come nobody likes Herbie? I see the Millennium Falcon on here for some. I like that. I appreciate you understanding what that is. How about the SS Minnow? I mean, you get me shipwrecked with those two ladies and not too much competition, then I would say that that's the best boat I've ever been on. That is the true love boat. And how about that? The Love Boat. That place is special. Speaking of Spaghetti Fest 2021 South, if possible, if Corona is defeated, we shall travel south across the border. For what? How will we do it? We will go down to Puerto Vallarta, where the Love Boat always docked. All right. So what other vehicles were people forgetting? James Bond had some right-hand drive shit, right? Totally different. Remember, we got the left-hand drive. They got the right-hand drive. James Bond rode a cello and then hopped into a plane. I have to say that he's used every kind of mode of transportation that ever existed. What other? Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Don't mess with Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Mary Poppins, her mode of transportation was an umbrella. And let's see, there's so many other hip vehicles of the past. So, but you guys, what you wrote, a lot of everybody kind of went with the typical. So, Kit came up a whole lot. And for that, Knight Rider, I would say you are the official winner tonight for the best vehicle. Although some of the other stuff was for sure. Like, how about like a submarine or all sorts of stuff that comes from movies. Okay, so now we move on to the next question, number 2. And number 2 is blank is just another blank. All right. Somewhere uncomfortable is like the back of a Volkswagen. Is that really? Really? Is that what it was? Air Force One? Okay, so somewhere uncomfortable, like the back of a Volkswagen, is just another Air Force One. I guess is how they want me to say that. I tried. Sorry if I butchered your answer or your joke. Tomorrow's just another day. There you go. That was done. There, you got the answer in that one. Nice work. All right. Shock G is just another sperm. You had to be there to prove that point. That is definitely for sure. I used to be a sperm. We've played that one. Lori, where's my tequila? I can't stop saying that shit. All right. Corona is just another flu. Oh, phooey. Who wrote that one? You're a funny one, aren't you? Just another flu. Get with the program. People are dying. Okay? All right, get serious. Break down. You better sign those papers before football season, son. I'm trying to combine everything. Today, I feel really proud of myself, by the way. A little side note. Someone did one of those caption a movie, no words, just the picture of the movie. It happened to be a little snippet picture of one of my favorites, Last of the Mohicans. And I had to write, whatever you do, survive. I will find you. Number 3. Oh, wait. Tom Hanks is just another Colin Hanks. Should that be the other way around? No, that's wrong. I'm reading one of the last week's submissions, but that sounds really funny. That sounded funny to say that. We are on number 3. Shows you the beers always take effect right around this part of the show. All right. Stoner's Pot Palace. Misleading business, artist, or performer names or entity names that are in the great words of Otto. Blatant false advertisement, man. All right. So, Pottery Barn. Very true. Pottery Barn doesn't have no freaking pottery. In fact, what does Pottery Barn have? Is it clothes? What's going on with that place? Pier 1, I know they're going out of business, but Pier 1, there's no freaking pier. And I was allergic to that store as a kid. So when my sisters took me in there as a little kid, I would just start sneezing and embarrass them. I was allergic to something in that place. Later, by the way, from where I'm from, Pier 1, that store became a gateway computer place. Both places now extinct, but Pier 1, I think, lasted longer than Gateway. All right. What else do we have as far as some of these good ones that we got? Dick's Wholesale. Hallelujah, my friend. Of all the names of a store, Dick's Wholesale, it's not what's going down in that place. In fact, yes, it would look like there's some wholesale things happening there because of the size of the store, but definitely not Dick's. Dirty Dick's Crab Shack. Yes, all these, anything you read on the way to the Outer Banks as well. For example, Eat My Nuts. That's another company. Oh my gosh, that was great. How about Bed Bath and Beyond? Not nearly enough beyond. You're right. But the funny thing is that there's a whole place called Beyond downtown, and it's a restaurant. So maybe you just got to go to Bed Bath and then get your Beyond afterwards. So that was great. I was impressed by that. I like that. There's so many misleading ones, but I'm leaving it up to everyone who submits to give me some of those answers. And that was really good. I would have to say one of my favorite ones, Dick's Wholesale. Yep, that definitely is a winner. All right, so we have number 4. Combine 2 celebrities to make something extraordinary. My example, Eddie Vedder. A cross between Eddie Vedder and Roger Federer makes the greatest thing on grass. You get it? Because Roger, he's a great grass. All right, you guys understand. I did this earlier. But now that you know what that one was, let's see what you can make. Is Madonna and Eddie Van Halen makes Mad Halen. Yeah. I see that. Mad Halen. And actually, I think that if they'd become Mad Halen with Madonna, I have a feeling that it would have worked out for both, I guess you'd say, artists. Because, man, I worked the whole, Madonna's got it game for a long time until all right, Madonna, come on, please. Call me. Let's make you get it again. Please, let's solve something. I hope you have it back. All right. So, let's try to go to another one. Andre the God. Okay. Interviews people, then beats them up. Andre the God. All right. Who do we also got? We got, let me see here. Let me see some more of these answers. The combination. I still think Eddie Vedder is the best one still. Martha O.J. Stewart. A rich murdering bitch. Wow. I can't believe in a way that I said that, but the name Martha O.J. Stewart has a freaking ring to it. I'm sorry. I like that. But she is hard as fuck. She went to prison, y'all, for insider trading. All right? So, and now she's friends with Snoop. That shit is legit. All right. So, let me see here. Well, all right. Jesus and the Snapple lady would make Jesus juice. That is quite a combination. Some people have been drinking the Jesus juice anyway, so you didn't need Snapple for that. Sorry, some of these are tricky to make sure that you're reading them properly, so please. All right, well, it looks like in the combination game, as you're supposed to put two people together, I still think it's really hard to find anything better than Eddie Vedder. It doesn't get Eddie Vedder than that. Oh, sorry, but I bet you there's a lot more. There's a lot more we could have done. All right? You know, somehow. So I think all of you should think about these later and then tomorrow and be like, oh, it's too late. Oh, well. So number 5, since drinking quote unquote Clorox for Corona, from Donald Trump's advice, or snorting Ajax is a rush, a la Cheech and Chong, and Windex cures everything like My Big Fat Wedding, maybe it's time we make up our list of cleaning products and what they could cure. Well, let's see. By our friends here, we're going to say that 91% alcohol for the bong hit blues. Okay, yeah, so you're saying drink when you can't partake in other things. Okay, I see what they got there. It's true. You can sometimes substitute and be like, all right, my blues are pushed aside for a bit. I'm not condoning anybody, suppressing their pain with alcohol or anything. When I say their pain, like literally their internal conflicts, because you know that you could use that other for pain. When I say that other, the green Shiba. All right. Latex paint cures erectile dysfunction. Wow. How would latex paint be administered to cure your dysfunction? I mean, because already if your shit functioned, you'd be putting it in some fucking latex. So how all of a sudden the idea of latex pre-putting on latex makes you ready for latex? I'm so confused. But I will take it because it starts conversation. We need these conversations out there where people can learn what are these cures out there that we don't know about. We've got to get inventive so we can solve world's problems. All right. Let's say 91% alcohol for the bong hit blues was the one that the other person. Yeah, we already got that one. Rubbing alcohol, 61.12 ounce curls. Huh. Well, I guess I confused that one. Well, we'll get our answer back and we'll figure out what they were trying to tell us. Sometimes it might be the messenger, which is me now. Kind of messing it up, and maybe the beer's getting to me. All right. Okay. So it looks like watching bare naked ladies. Oh, no, sorry. Botox detox, meaning you take Botox. I was about to say that watching the bare naked ladies did something, but no, it's Botox Detox. That means you take a poison to take poison out of your body. That seems kind of wild. So Botox Detox would actually be a really good band name. So please share it. Can we make one together? Y'all just hit me up, whoever you are, and just go, yeah, I'm down with that. Let's make a band called Botox Detox. That's almost like Death Star Daycare Center. All right. So I really thought that we were going to have more things that people will try to make a cure out of. You know, maybe like Simple Green just cures everything. It rhymes. Shout out Dan Neff. You want to talk me about Simple Green way back in the day with those little zigzags and not the zigzags. What was it? I forget what those little. Now I forget the name of the product that we were talking about, but now I just made it sound like I was talking about zigzags. All right, and so let's go to number 6. Name an activity that you wish could get you in shape fast. Imagine if someone asked, how did you do it? And your answer was, I watched Cops 3 times a week. It made me lose 100 pounds. All right, so I'm looking forward to hearing what you think you wish could make you lose money. Lose money. You can definitely lose money, doing some of these activities, I bet you. But this one is about losing weight or getting fit. So let's look. Watching bare naked ladies videos. Wow, how? Shame ding ding, shame ding ding. Okay, yeah. What do we have for this next one? "12-ounce curls." All right, is that the same one again? Oh, 12-ounce curls. If you just only wish you could do curls with 12 ounce. I get it. Sorry. Slow today. Been drinking. Slow today. Work with me, people. All right. Okay. And now we have. Is there any other out there? Is there anybody out there? We're looking at being unemployed. Being unemployed. Well, that's unfortunate. But being unemployed, if that can make you get like ripped and you'd be like, yeah, well, I've been unemployed for like 10 months. And you like just are ripped and like look like freaking Zeus. Y'all remember Zeus? That man was ripped. Zeus is the one who acts like a punk in Friday, but badass all other times. But just imagine that. All that from being unemployed, and then all of a sudden, like, you get all skinny when you get a job? No, come on. That would suck. I don't know. Well, maybe actually it'd be kind of cool. I'd be like, I can't work. I'm a professional weightlifter and just in shape dude. So, let's see. What other things could you do to get in shape? I would say everybody wishes that they could eat something like ice cream and it would just make them fit. Let's see. This person says they want. Did they give me an answer? No, nope. It looks like the number one thing for that one is drink a half gallon a week later. I drink a half gallon a week whether I want to or not. I guess that means if you're drinking, you want to turn that into an activity that makes you get in shape. So I like that. So drink a half gallon a week and it gets you in shape. People go, how do you do it? You go, I drink a half gallon. Yeah, they would go, wow, really? And you go, yes, absolutely. Sometimes people have to ask twice, and you're like, no, seriously, that's what I did. I just, ate a tapeworm and I never gained weight. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. That was just a joke. All right. And now, the last one. Oh, baby. That's right. The sexy voices come on. Oh, baby. Because it's not about getting turned down. It's about what turns you off. Turn off music. That's right. We all know music, and certain songs can get you in the mood. Elevate your love life. Name songs that are not a good idea on any sexual playlist. Well, here we go. Here they come. Anything by Elmo. Wow, you're right. Kung Fu Fighting. I don't know, why wouldn't that would be kind of fun. Why would Kung Fu Fighting not be good during love time? Everybody was Kung Fu Fight. Wasn't that in Wayne's World? Oh yeah, that's right. He does kind of not make that cool in that moment. Hava Nagila, Baby Shark, Macarena. Wait, so you're saying all those were not cool to play? Oh man. Well, how about Fat Bottom Girls? I don't know. That one's got some nice rhythm and some groove. I mean, they can't hate everything for its lyrics. But you're right. Certain songs, you can't do that. You can't just take, like, you know, Life is a Highway. Would that work? I don't know. You got to watch out about the songs you're going to play your groove in. You know, Marvin Gaye works. Anything fast. You don't want to do heavy metal. It's going to scare people away. You know, so you got to set the tempo. You don't want to get too anxious and end the songs early, if you know what I mean. So I guess the answer is something that gets your brain going other places. So ultimately, yes, you need to listen to Yes if you want to have the impression. Or maybe they won't ever talk to you again. More than likely, they'll be like, what a geek. But I'm just encouraging people to listen to more Yes. All right. So, do we have any more of these? Well, I could just tell you that ultimately there's so many songs that probably don't fit the criteria of wanting to play them when you're on a date or in special times with people. So stick to the romantic stuff. I don't think you want to do Alanis Morissette. You have no parallels to those stories. Stay away from them. Other than that, cheers to everybody who was part of the Fill in the Blank game. And it is time for some more music before we end this program. And we've got to change course a little bit because we have been playing not too much Americana stuff, but definitely things a la mode to relaxed tonight. So we're going to get back. We're going to transition, but slowly. Here's some Calf Mountain Jam Freight Train. And Calf Mountain Jam demo, and how I got Calf Mountain Jam on Spaghetti Fest. They were legends to the area way back. Of course, much respect to those guys. And I would go to parties and see them playing. And from that, we were able to talk it over one day at Finnegan's Cove. Finnegan's Cove, everybody. And the conversation where we said, hey, you guys think you could play Spaghetti Fest?
Like Mr. Magoo.
Spaghetti Fest 1. This is their demo from right before that.
You think you got the funky junk. You a dreamer, a kettle top steamer with no release. Rolling with the devil, doing all his evil deeds, and feeling kinda special, 'cause he's playing his funk out on his telly child, on his telly child. Knock, knock on the door, it's Mr. Michael, walking around like some rabid clown. He's got still it rolls, rolling like a freight train, doing all his healing powers. One moment he's alive, next moment he's gonna die.
So, as I was kindly reminded by one of our listeners, I broke the zong, Leon broke the frog. And with that little note, if you don't know what that means and that correction was, well, then that's fine, because this is Kill the Music by the Blue Method. Yeah, that was Kill the Music's a little short one, a little fun little groove by the Blue Method. So I just wanted to play that jam. So we're going to go right to another classic group. I told you I was going to change the pace now. It's Money Penny time.
Coming home again. Sometimes I'm tired of sleeping. Coming back tonight. 'Cause my own elevation got me too high. So don't worry your head. And darling, rest your weary eyes. Set up dinner on your knees. If she leaves the attic, save it up for a day like today. Got my cape, I'm on my way. If ever you look for me, I'll be somewhere. I'll be somewhere. Thinking keeps me alive. Thinking about what's asleep forever. Save it up for a day like today. Got my cape, I'm on my way. If ever you look for me, I'll be somewhere. I'll be somewhere. If you wanna stay, I knew you would. If you wanna leave, I knew I could. Then you should know it's hard enough to find my way back home. Save it up for a day like today. Got my cape, and I'm on my way. If ever you need me, I'll be somewhere. I'll be somewhere. If ever you look for me, I'll be somewhere far away from you.
Yes, Money Penny from Live on XJM. That's right. Our archive hosts a lot of stuff, and they were really good friends of ours. As Tripper Ryder did some double duty around that time of helping, I said duty, but playing with us to add his skills. And we love you, Tripper, wherever you are out there with your genius playing. Always part of the family. Wish you could be part of what we do. Hit me up sometime. Hope you're doing well. And I know you are. So we've talked recently, so I know you're doing well. So good to see you, buddy. Or not good to see. Good to know things are good. But we love listening to you and old Money Penny stuff. And if you listen to the first album, Midnight Spaghetti and Spaghetti Kit, we even have a little relics of Tripper on there on purpose. Keep him involved all the way through to those years. And we like referencing old stuff. Well, I told you I'd split some Big Woo songs over this season. And yes, more Big Woo. Kevin, are you out there? Thanks for stopping the Big Woo set, Kevin.
Pleased to meet you. Haven't seen my head. Must have fallen off the chopping block. Must be close to dead. Must be off my rocker, and it must be time for bed. Can I sleep here tonight? Promise that I won't fight. Rhode Island red, you done ruffled my feathers one too many times. Get your tail out the coop. Mama gonna turn you into chicken soup. That's what she said, Rhode Island red. Little sister, you better leave your door unlocked. Just left Cincinnati, I left them good and rocked. Left my key at the motel, so don't leave me chicken pox. Please don't leave me blue, and I promise I'll be true. Rhode Island red, you done ruffled my feathers one too many times. Get your tail out the coop. Mama gonna turn you into chicken soup. That's what she said, Rhode Island red. someone who needs a rooster to get him out of bed. That's what she said, Rhode Island Red. Oh, that's what she said, Rhode Island Red. Yeah, that's what she said, Rhode Island Red.
Yes, chicken sounds. Hey, you ever thought of raising some chickens during the pandemic? I just chickens during this pandemic. You know, maybe it's time to become a farmer. I think people should focus on getting plants down first before they just start taking on what would be livestock and stuff. And they realize all of a sudden they're free and they want to go on vacation. You do have to take care of these creatures, okay, and give them a little bit of nurturing so they can grow. But to each their own. Be careful out there. Don't just get chickens at free will. I love this little vibe, you know, the huevos. Not the huevos. I did not play the huevos. That just came to mind right there. But after we played the Big Woo, another W band, then the recipe was the reason how we got the Big Woo at Spaghetti Fest 1. The recipe was our first headliner, and they were on tour with the Big Woo. So their agent was just like, hey, would you like the Woo as part of the show? And boom, we get the recipe, we get the Woo, we get everybody we thought we wanted. That was kind of cool. Doesn't seem like I'm getting the attention on that one. That one does not want to play. So I guess we'll have to play the one recipe track I do want to play. I won't. You know what? Whatever. So we skip to I don't want to know why that track won't play. And we just go to the Pie Tasters. I don't want to know why that track won't play. I told you a story. It felt like a mighty wind telling you about the recipe, only not to get there.
I don't want to know where you spend the night. 'Cause if I wasn't on, then baby, I just might find your little friend and tell him who I am. I tell him where I'm from, and then he'd understand. I'm known to be possessive, and some might say obsessive.
party band extraordinaire, the influence they are, the Pie Tasters from Northern Virginia, DC area. Yes, how awesome are they? Well, with a little bit left in the show tonight, we're going to keep on cranking out the music. That's what we're here to do. And I say we just keep on busting out stuff from the audio from submissions and obscure stuff. Because I know people love that stuff. And I think it's also neat to go into the realm of how people became a part of what we do. So, here we go. The obscure one by a group that gave me the influence to do what I do. We're going on another note here. This is Lone and Navarro.
Okay, so still trouble. Not big trouble, but you know, some kind of trouble. You gonna head it off, Danny? 2, 3.
Sunlight fall down on the field, sunlight fall down over me. Work all day, be all that I can be. Say I can say words only simple. Say I can say words only clear. Oh, I can feel your heart is beating near. Haunted love is all that I feel when you're passing by. Haunted love is all that I see. It's there in your eyes. And I say, no, 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 don't pass me over. No, 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 don't pass me by. See, I can see good things for you and I. I can give all time away. Only to one heart I can give today. Yeah. Be, I can be man watercolor. Be, I can be man black or white. Only to one heart I can be tonight. Yeah. Haunted love is all that I feel when you're passing by. Haunted love is all that I see. It's there in your eyes. I say, no, 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 don't pass me over. No, 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 don't pass me by. See, I can see good things for you and I. Passing by. Haunted love is all that I see. It's there in your eyes. When I say no, 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 don't pass me over. No, 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 don't pass me by. See, I can see good things for you and I. No, 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 don't pass me over. No, 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 don't pass me by. See, I can see good things for you and I. Oh, good things for you and I. Oh, good things for you and I. Oh, things. Oh, good things.
chit-chat. Hey, operator, I need some help, it's an emergency, can call her later. I need you, darling, very urgently, call your girlfriend. You're always jacking up a conflict there, it's got me on end. Every time I try and call, you're never there. Chit-chat, 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 chit-chat. Again, though. Deep down inside, I know it's all in vain. You talk forever, hanging on the wire like two sneakers do, and we're together. Can't get the words and wasn't listening to you. I think we find time. I'm sitting waiting so impatiently on the phone line. The busy signal's going beep, beep, beep. Hey, are you talking? Or double dating with it off the hook, I should be walking. I need you faster than the time it took to call. Chit-chat, 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 chit-chat.
All right, the chit chat is we will see you in 2 weeks as we wind down tonight's program. I'm going to give you another song. I want to thank you all for listening, drinking beers with me on this Monday night. We're in phase 2, but you got to be safe. You got to wear that mask, respect other people in this world, and take a moment to think that you don't matter until all Black Lives Matter. So yes, we continue to stand up for the rights of everybody. But we can't stand up for our own rights until we feel like everybody that matters right now to getting focused right now and attention in our love. So do that and love people that are around you. Give them hugs and people you know and reach out to them and make sure they're doing okay at all times. That's separate from all this stuff right now. Life is too short not to love. So find things to love, care about, and be good to them. Continue week to week. We're going to be saying these things. You know what? There's a group called Sailing Club from Spaghetti Fest 14. Sailing Club.
Hey, you looking like Mr. Magoo. Got your shirt tucked in and you're smelling like a big man. You think got the funky junk. You a dreamer.
Good night, everybody. This is Sailing Club.
Rolling with the devil, doing all his evil deeds.
Looks like we got Freight Train by Calf Mountain Jam.
Kinda special, 'cause he's playing his funk out on his telly child. On the door, it's Mr. Michael, walking around like some rabbit clown. He's got.
All right, well, we'll give you another one since that came up that way. A little Masquerade by Bella's Bartok for a little fun. Bella's Bartok from the New England area. Friends of Simon Says. Good night, everybody. Enjoy the masquerade.
Looking so down, you feel pretty. All the workers are going insane.
Feeding from grub on the bottom, leering from across the street. I can't afford to be philosophizing while my children have no food to eat. I have no time to be wasting defending what I am. The nightfall, duty call. Just call me Magdalene.
And yes, I have blood set in my
Can't you stop when you're thinking and stop when you're breathing and end this disgraceful charade? I could buy you right now with the slums of my wallet and use you in some masquerade.